Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange is an episodic multiple-choice action-adventure movie, not a game, rather adventure movie. It's a movie that lasts about 15 hours. It has a few segments where you can actually take control over your character, but that rarely happens, and it doesn't last very long. So what about the game? If you have played the previous game and loved it, then you might like this one a bit. Now, I don't even know where to start, so let's start with the graphics. Graphics are totally decent and passable. A few occasions of popping details and textures, but you know, it's a movie, so it doesn't need that kind of detail. Musically, I do like those few soundtracks chosen for this game in the end of every episode, but overall it's minimalistic in that department. All the dialogue cutscenes are without music, which is like 90% of the time. So basically all the conversations in this game are accompanied by the sound of my PlayStation trying to cool itself. So what really is going for this title? Well, the story. One thing that's actually somewhat good. It's an emotional adventure of two brothers who come face to face with several life-altering events and decisions. A lot of shit goes down. And to be brutally honest, this game is definitely something worth experiencing, honestly. Like a good book or a long movie, you sometimes need those things that are as deep and detailed as this story is. But let's be honest here, I like the first Life is Strange game a lot more than this one, to be honest. This one is a bit more down-to-earth and a bit neutered and too slow. Too slow! But let's dig a bit deeper. You play as the older brother, but you usually travel together with your younger brother. Main selling point of Life is Strange is that it's a story-based game that highlights player's choice. Sounds like something from EA's commercial.
The devil?
And honestly, that is a lie. No matter what choices you make, this game still takes you to the road that you didn't choose. That really pissed me off. Honestly, that literally pissed me off. Like, there's this part where you can either buy or steal stuff. And me, as an honest person, hardworking, honest man, I bought everything and still got accused of stealing. When the time came to prove my innocence and to show the content of my bag, the game didn't even let me choose that option. Freaking ridiculous! None of the choices in the game make any sense, and whatever you choose, well, you might as well not choose, because there are no significant changes in the storyline. Yeah, I understand that you can't have 5 chapters with 15 hours of gameplay with a cohesive narrative with choice-driven gameplay, but you know, do not feed me this choice-driven bullshit then. And the other thing that really gets me mad, you can't leave your stupid-ass brother behind. He pissed me off more times than I can count. I have never seen a small boy so stupid, and it would be a pure pleasure to disown such a shitbag of a brother. Now, I'm sorry, but even dealing with a family, you only have that much tolerance. You know, that much tolerance in there. Actually, most of the game pissed me off due to the lack of favorable and logical choices. It's stupidity. Stupidity gets me angry. It makes me mad. It's just like in horror films. All the time, the main character runs to the darkest room in the darkest alley, and that's why gets killed. You know, but by all means, if you have a longer fuse than me and slightly higher tolerance for bullshit, then this movie is for you. And now let's come to the point, why I call this game a movie. Well, it's a movie because it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, interrupted only with the minor selections and questions and answers to give, or tapping X from time to time. Oh yeah, and finding some collectibles as well. You can walk around a little bit. But considering all that, the worst part is yet to come. This game launched September 27, 2018. 2018! And the final 5th episode came out just last week! On December 4th, 2019! A year and 3 months after the release. This shit is just unheard of! Can you imagine buying the game you expect to complete, but instead you got a piece of it in every 4 months? There were definitely some people who actually completed this game and they remembered the previous episodes. I take my hat off to them if they did. For me it was a bit different, because I bought the game last week and I binge played the living Jesus out of it in 4 days. Because I like the story. But to summarize, I don't want this review to get too long. Basically, good story, but sometimes boring and lagging, and it's like deep, but it's not like too deep. You don't have to lag it that much. but you still should complete it once. I mean, it's good. It's a good game, or it's a good movie rather. A platinum trophy is also obtainable in one playthrough. But use the guide. So I give Life is Strange 2 a 6 out of 10. And I put a sad face or angry face in my thumbnail because it wasn't pleasurable choice-driven game. There weren't any choices. It's just, but this time I got the best possible ending.
Warning! Spoilers ahead!
And this right here in the end was the only choice that made a difference. Like, really made a difference. Smash that like now! Do you get a sucky end, or you get a good end? Enough. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit that like, smash that bell, and if you dare, subscribe as well. I'm Sillyllamaz, and thanks for watching. Till next time.